Now, Thomas Frank has faced the media for the first time this morning since Brentford striker Ivan Toney was handed an 8-month ban after he accepted breaking Football Association betting rules. Jeremy Langdon was in that news conference and we can speak to him live now. So, Jeremy, what did Frank have to say?
He had a lot to say, Hayley. It was dominated by Ivan Toney. It went on for 45 minutes. He was asked what the team news is, and he said, well, Toney is out, and everyone fell about laughing. But then we got into the nitty-gritty and what his reaction is to that Toney ban. He can't play for 8 months. He's out now for Brentford for the season. Can't play again till January. Brentford don't know whether they're going to appeal. They want to wait for the written explanations. But here's what Frank had to say about the Toney ban.
The response is that two things, of course. I think it's sad for Ivan. In terms of the fairness and the response and the reply to that, we need to wait for the written reasons before I know the full details. I can't really judge or comment too much on that. We will definitely come back to that and be willing to answer questions. But because we don't have the full picture, I don't think I really can go into details about that.
So you can't say yet whether you'll appeal this?
I can't say anything about that. We just want to know a little bit more, the full details, before we have further in-depth comments to it.
What details we do know are that he's not allowed to train, Jeremy, is he, for 4 months. What does it mean for him now, then?
Well, that is a great question. He can't come back to train here at Jersey Road till September, as you say. But is he banned from here right now? Can he come back here at all to meet the players, do anything here? Well, Thomas Frank and Brentford don't quite know, and here's what he had to say.
Very good question. We actually don't know. I think, what is it, yesterday or was it the day before? Yeah, so we are, of course, searching for, or waiting for the information, so we know what we can do, how we can approach him, what he's allowed to do, especially the first 4 months. One thing is for sure, we'll do everything we can to be there for him, support him, beware of the mental health in it. Of course, he's done some mistakes, but we need to be there and want to be there for him and help him. We just need to know what we're allowed to do.
What about longer term then? Did Frank address Toney's future at the club?
He did. He says his future is very much at Brentford, even though when the ban runs out in January, he'll have 18 months left on his contract. So he was saying again that Toney's future is here, despite the fact that many other Premier League clubs would like him. He's got 20 goals so far this season. Only Haaland and Kane have got more. But Frank was also saying that Brentford have 4 other players who can fill the void while Toney is away. Here's what he had to say on that.
His future is with Brentford. That's the thing. There's no doubt about that. Regarding what we do in the summer, we don't know yet.
He says he's naturally disappointed, which sounds like a bit of an understatement. He must be devastated. I mean, what's he been saying to you? No,
of course I've been in contact with him in a way. No, first and foremost, of course, he's disappointed and sad about the situation.
Does he still have an issue with gambling, or has he had help with it?
I don't know if he. I think it's a. When do we have an issue with gambling? You know, well, I think we are judging something on some situations. I don't know exactly what is a gambling problem and who is to judge that.
So that's Thomas Frank. This was a really interesting press conference. He was asked too whether Gareth Southgate's been in touch and whether Toney's England prospects have been harmed. No, he's not spoken to Southgate, but he agreed that the Toney prospects for England have been harmed, and there were lots of other good lines here, particularly about gambling and football. And he was also asked, Thomas Frank, was he disappointed not to be named the Premier League Manager of the Year? And he laughed again, and he said, no, Gary O'Neill is a great shout at Bournemouth for that, but it was a really excellent listen, and there was loads on Ivan Toney.
Jeremy, thank you very much.